Hi, I'm back. I told you guys I was going to be right back. Yeah, I am back. I'm back. How is everyone doing? It's such a beautiful day here in New Jersey. It's so pretty out. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's share this and invite a few of the ladies. We're going to be talking about I did not marry my best friend. My husband was not my best friend when I got married. He sure wasn't. Hi, Aaron. Hi. Hi, Danielle. Please share, guys. Please remember to share. Hi. Hi, Christina. Thanks for jumping back on with me. Please share. And remember my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Let me share this really quick, and then I'm going to start talking really quick, because you know I got to get my baby. You know I have to get my baby. No, I got to get my baby. No, I got to get my baby. No, I have to get my baby. How you guys doing? And yes, the sun is shining. Chicago, melting the snow. Girl, what's going on in Chicago? All that gossip. All that gossip from Chicago. Girl, what y'all doing? Hi, Rodney. Let me play my music for y'all while I share. Hi, Eleanor. about marrying or best friends, right? Big in the church. So yes, I changed. I changed because it's a different video, and I don't want when somebody see this video, they're going to think, oh, it's the same video. So when they see it's different. Ladies, remember, I always talk about, hi, Ned, fixing yourselves up. Hi, Geraldine. Guys like color. They're blind. Hi, Timothy. They can't see. I guarantee you the guys on this cannot see this blue because it's blue. Okay, well, they can see blue. They're colorblind. My godmother told me men are colorblind, baby. Everything my godmother bought me was bright, pretty colors. She said, child, you need a husband. You need bright colors. The men can't see. But so if you're having a dark top, okay, add something to it. Add something to it. Okay, I add this little thing. And my hair is going to be like this for 2 weeks. So I'm going to work. I don't really add any bows or anything in my hair. But if I'm going out with Mike, I add little stuff like this to it, you know, just to look different and look pretty and look real girly and feminine and stuff. Because guys like that stuff. Remember, everything you do have to be deliberate about attracting someone. You want to attract somebody. Even if it's just to gather data. And I told you guys, I got so good at gathering data that I could meet a guy in the mall, talk to him for a minute, and I already knew, oh, no, I'm not giving you my number. Now, when I met my husband is in marketing. He told me, he said, you need to learn the elevator rule. The elevator rule is try to sell your book in 90 seconds. Okay, so I was like, ooh, so I was doing this all this time. I didn't even know what it was called. Okay, Brady. So if you wear something dark, add something to it. Okay, I add a bracelet to it. Okay. Guys, they're just like little boys. They come up, oh, what's that? That's pretty. That's, you know, these days, don't touch nobody. Please don't touch anybody. Be careful how you compliment guys, ladies. I mean, ladies, guys. Be careful, okay? You know, so you add little stuff to highlight yourself, okay? All right. You know how in the church, they told us, this is something they always told us, marry your best friend, right? And I'm like, well, my best friend is a girl. Okay, so I'm not going to marry her. And the idea is to meet a guy, become his best friend, and then y'all get married because, you know, best friends make best lovers, they say. To me, that's kind of intrusive. How do I know he wants a best friend? And how do I know he don't have a best friend? So my husband was not my best friend when I got married. I was not looking for a best friend. A lot of women have been friend zoned by guys because why? That was my best friend. I know a lot of girls. Oh, I know this one girl, or y'all, I had to stop talking to her. My church said, I love her to life. I need to check in on her. This was years ago, though. See how she's doing. They were best friends. They grew up together, went to school together. She even went to the same university he went to and thought he was going to marry her because they were best friends. He left the church. Not leave the church. He went out somewhere, met a beautiful girl, married her, came to the church, married her. And that girl was still pining after that man. He was married years. He finally left the church, moved down South Jersey. They have about 2 or 3 beautiful kids. That girl was still pining about how her best friend didn't marry her. To me, that's so intrusive. You meet a man and you say, oh, I'm going to be your best friend. That's why a lot of us women, we get caught up in a whole lot of stuff. Hi, Shanita. Please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Okay. You meet a guy and you're like, well, we're supposed to be best friends. I think that's just another trap to get us all emotionally involved and entangled and wait and hope he's going to marry us. Oh, I'm going to be his friend. We going to get married. Don't do it. Okay? Data. Get the information, move on. I didn't want a best friend. A lot of women are not married because you want a best friend. You were looking for a best friend. I was not looking for a best friend. I had a best friend. Okay? And my best friend was a girl. And I'm not into girls. I like men. Okay? This wasn't a Christian thing. I would tell you what I really like. But you know what I mean. I don't like girls. I like men. Okay, my best friend was a girl. And I didn't want to marry my girl. My best friend girlfriend. Okay? So you're not, maybe you haven't met your husband yet, because instead of you saying you want a husband, you're talking about, I want a best friend. We gonna be best friend. I should marry my best friend. Stop. A lot of women are being friend zoned because you're his friend. Okay, let me tell you about best friends. Best friend, I have about 2 girlfriends that I don't care what my house look like, they can come. I don't care, they can come. If I take a bath, they can come. They were 2 of my really, 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 really good friends. Right? They can come. Why? Well, my girlfriends, we're girls. You know? My girl. I don't care what my house look like. Some people, you can't come. My house is a mess. You can't come over. Nope. Girl, I'm still in bed. I don't feel like getting up. My house is a mess. You can't come over. No, you can't. Sorry. Nope. Them other 2, Janice, what's up? What you doing? I'm coming over. Okay, house is a mess. Come on over. We're friends. Those are my 2 girlfriends. You understand? Them, the girls, I will borrow money from you to lend it to them. And then I have one brother. We're not biological brother. I don't know if his wife is on. But that's my brother. I mean, when I say that's my brother, he's a friend. And that's my brother. We've known each other since we was like 16, 17. That's another one. He can come over here. My house look like whatever. I don't feel like I need to go run clean up because he's coming over or his wife is coming over. Okay, we're friends. We're family. Okay, other people can't. So when you have a best friend, you're not being deliberate around your male friend. You're burping. You're scratching. You know, that's what you do around your friend. That's not attractive. My husband could never be my best friend. That's not attractive. Hi, Clifford. And I'm sorry if I miss you guys. I'm kind of rushing because I have to pick up the baby. Okay? So you're being all friend, and that's my friend, acting all manly around him, and he's thinking in his head, I don't want that. I don't want to marry that. They want a girly girl that's real pretty and soft and girly and is careful about what they do. Now, I've known people, I'm missing your comments. Let me go back. I've known people who grew up together, who went to school together, and they're best friends, and they got married. But what I'm saying is the idea to meet a man, become his best friend, so y'all could get married, to me, is a trap. It's one of those things that have held us back. Parents had their own best friend. They didn't want another best friend. Right. I don't need another best friend. Okay. I want a husband. Okay. I wanted a husband. I don't need another friend. And another thing, ladies, all these friends y'all have, I'm going to talk about Frida the friend. All these friends you have, if you meet a man, he's not it, drop him. Why you need to be friends? Don't tell him, oh, we could be friends. No, you don't. Friends, you have to maintain friendship. You got to talk to friends on the phone. You got to text friends. You got to go out with friends. You have to maintain the friendship. So you're so busy maintaining all these friendships with all these males that you don't have time to go out and date and meet your husband. Get rid of all these unnecessary friends you have. Okay? Every man you meet and gather data on don't need to be your friends. Yes, do we need friends? Yes. Okay? What I'm saying is when you meet a guy and he's not it, please don't come with the, oh, we can be friends. Nope. You're blocking your blessings. Nope. You're blocking your blessings. Nope. You're blocking your blessings. Okay. You could be out with him and a nice man. Hi, Nicole. A nice man meet you, see you. And he was like, oh, she got somebody. You don't miss your blessing. He could have came over and spoke to you being at the mall. You're being all pretty and girly and stuff. But you're sitting down with a friend. And Boaz can't come talk to you because he's thinking that's your man. You won't lend my money to someone else. You lend your money. Kevin, I borrow money from you to lend to my friends. Both gals. We have too many of both. Yes, we have too many. Yes, yes. Stop blocking your blessing. Okay, you don't need to be friends with every man you meet. You don't need to be friends with every man you go out. This thing of meeting a man and becoming his best friend is foolishness. My husband, he had a best friend. His best friend was the boy. They grew up together. They went to school together. They went to college together. They pledged together. He was his best man at his wedding. He is his friend's baby godfather. That's his best friend. How do I meet a man and demand that we become best friends so we could get married? My husband and I, after 6 years of marriage, we're becoming best friends. To me, best friends take years. I don't know how you meet somebody and 2 weeks later, oh, that's my best friend. We became best friends. How? How you became best friend with this man you just met 2 weeks ago? I don't understand it. Unless I've missed the definition of a friend, of a best friend. You don't need all these best friends you have, all these friends you have. You need, fall back. This is what you do. Fall back. Look at me. Look at me. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Fall back. They text you. Don't text them back. Text them back tomorrow or next week. Girl, I've been bored. Hey, I've been busy. They call you. Don't answer the phone. Call them back next week. Just take your little time. Stepping back. Like, people, my best friend is decent and I don't have room for no one. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. No one, but don't they tell us that in the church? Marry your best friend? And that's another thing. You meet somebody and you put all your hopes and dreams on that one person instead of dating, going out, collecting data, meeting this person, talking to this person, meeting this person, talking to that person, dropping this person. Hi, Deborah. All this thing about meeting a man and demanding to become his best friends because we're supposed to marry our best friends. You're going to have to cut that out. Fall back. All these males you have, ladies, my father tell me, I remember this girl was, this guy proposed to this girl at my church. They didn't end up getting married. And I remember my father telling her, okay, all these guy friends you have, it's time to let them go now. Let them go. Once me and Michael was engaged, I didn't need anybody else. I stopped. Goodbye. I have a ring on my finger, child. Ring and a date, okay? Not just a ring. Ring and a date. When he proposed, you don't need to wait 5 years. 6 months, no more than a year. We got married at 6 months. He was trying to get married in December. He proposed to me October. He wanted to get married in December. I told him, no, I need time to plan my wedding. And so we got married in May. So 6 months to a year. When he proposed, 6 months to a year. Oh, 2 years, we could save money. You should have been saving money all this time. Prepared men are prepared. Women, you want to get married, start saving your money. Start saving. Make you a wedding account. A wedding account. My father gave me a lot of money for my wedding. Have your little saving. This every pay you get, put $5 in this account. This is my wedding account. So when it's time to get married and he proposed and he talk about, baby, I'm thinking we could get married 3 years. We need time to save the money. 6 months, no more than a year. Okay. 6 months, no longer than a year. Okay. So please, ladies, all these friends y'all have, this best friend mentality, all this marrying your best friend. Yes, if you grew up together, you went to school together, and you end up getting married, of course that's your best friend. But hi, Patricia, meeting a man you just met 3 months ago, and now he's your best friend. How? Please tell me how. You keep saying that she needs to get rid of them male friends, but some of them need to get rid of some of them girlfriends too. Yes, Kevin, you need to get rid of all those girlfriends you got, bro. You know, it's time for you to get married, brother. You're right. You're right. My husband didn't have a lot of girlfriends. There was one. Of course, the people he worked with, we're friends. We go out. They're friends. And then he has one very, very, very good friend that he went to school with. They're still friends. And I asked him about her all the time. How is so-and-so? How's she doing? You spoke to so-and-so? How's she doing? As I asked about his frat brothers. How is so-and-so doing? You heard from so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. So all these male friends you're having, all this marry your best friend stuff, it's a trap. It's a trap. Okay? It's a trap. You don't need all these friends. Okay? You don't need all these friends for what? Become his best friend? That's why you don't got no husband. Because you're trying to get a best friend instead of a husband. Missing my point. The girls need to get rid of some of their girlfriends. Yes. Yes. Yes, Kevin. You are so right. Yes, girls. I've had to block some people. One girl, we've been friends forever on Facebook. We were both single, praying, believing God for our husbands. I think I got married before her. She got married. She married a Build-A-Bomb. And one of the reasons why I had to block her was every time I post something about a Build-A-Bob or something, she came on my page defending the Build-A-Bob. I had posted something else and she came on, she was talking about how Barack Obama was a potential when he met Michelle. I say, how? How was he a potential? He was a lawyer. Black women act like Barack Obama was the janitor when he met Michelle Obama. No, he wasn't. He was a lawyer. She was working at the law firm longer than he was. He had a law degree from one of the most esteemed law university in the United States. How is a man who is a lawyer, who is trying to find a job, a potential? He's not a potential. A potential is a man who don't have a job, who don't have an education, and you see potential in him. You see what he can become. Stop it, okay? That's not your son, okay? You need to see potential in your son, not in this man. Don't stop being these Build-A-Bobs, okay? She was there longer. He was a lawyer. It's like a doctor trying to he already had been certified as a doctor. And he's just trying to find a job. He's not a potential. He's a doctor. Yeah, I'll marry you. Okay? It's not like he was just going to law school. There's a difference. So we went back and forth, and I said, you know what? I got to block her. And sure enough, I blocked her. I blocked somebody else yesterday, mad about me talking about women in church getting pregnant, having all these babies. You've been in church in your whole life. You ain't married, but you had 5 and 6 kids. How? Why am I talking about that? I was in the church. I had a baby in the church. I had no husband. I had to block her. Some of your girlfriends you have to get rid of. Some of your girlfriends are not happy with you. When I met my husband, there was 2 girls, 2 of my church sisters that I invited with me. One was 50 and one was 60. And I say, hey, y'all, I'm going to this event. Y'all need to come out with me. We're trying to get married. We don't have any husbands. Oh, that's worldly. That's world. You need to chase after God. You need to chase after God. Well, honey, I went to the event. I met my husband. Almost 10 years later, they're still single. They were both supposed to be in my wedding. Do you know they stopped talking to me? I was so hurt. I was so hurt. I was really hurt. I was hurt to my core because I'm like, these are my 2 church sisters. We've been praying and believing God for husbands. And I got one, and instead of them being happy for me, one of them, I had to go back and take my dress. She didn't come to no fitting. She didn't help me to do nothing. I said, you know what? Let me go back and take my dress. I went back to take my dress. Yes, I did. So then I just fell back. I fell back. No, she's 60. The other one is 50, still single, still sitting up in the church. Every time the doors of the church is open, they're there. There aren't sisters. They saw you as being better than. Right? Fell back. Not every one of your girlfriends are going to be happy for you. And you know who's happy for you and who's. I had some girlfriends who was genuinely happy for me. Oh my God. They were so happy. Oh my, because they was like, Jane, you've been praying and you've been waiting and you've been believing God. You're a testimony. Your life is a testimony how we need to wait and be active and not sleep around, not having all these babies. They was just so happy for me. You know the people who's happy for you, 443, and who is not. You know, come on, you know. So yes, Brother Kevin is right. Some of your friends you need to get rid of. Get rid of them. They don't want you to be happy. Hi, Jasmine. Welcome, my dear. Yeah, get rid of your girlfriend. And another thing I learned from another lady, she got married when she was 42. She said, sometime when you're going out to reposition yourself, you can't bring your girlfriends. You just have to go by yourself. Okay, that is true. Sometimes when you're repositioning yourself to possibly meet someone, you can't bring your girlfriends with you all the time. You have to go by yourself. I agree. I'm a single mother with a son and my father is a pastor. I agree. I will not have another child unless I'm married. My son. That's right. My daughter was 20. My daughter is going to be 25 this year and my son just turned 4. Both of my kids are 20 years apart because I made up my mind. My daddy told me, don't you have no more babies. You're trying to find you a good man that's going to love you and take care of you. Don't you have no more babies. And he said, don't put yourself in a position to make another decision. In other words, don't put yourself in a position to get pregnant where you have to end up to choose if you want to have an abortion. That's what he was saying. So celibate. I was celibate for years. Okay. And I made up my mind. I am not having another baby until I'm married. And I didn't. And neither did I put myself in a position. That's 4:45 alarm to get Michael. To get pregnant. I didn't do it. I wanted a husband. My goal is husband. I'm talking about church girls who want to get married. So if you don't want to get married, please do not come on my channel or on my page talking about why I'm always talking about getting married. Because that's what we need. There's too many church women, too many sisters sitting up in the church, not married. Please remember to share, guys. Too many. So we need to reposition ourselves, ladies. What we've been doing has not worked. Kevin. What we've been doing have not been working. So we need to take inventory of what we've been doing and do something else. If you've been doing the same thing, I'm not telling you guys anything I didn't live through. I was sitting in the church. You understand, my father's a pastor. I know how to do everything in the church. I can serve communion. I swept the church. I cleaned the church. I cleaned the toilet. I brought the pastor water. I taught Sunday school. I taught Bible studies. I preach on Sunday mornings. I learned how to do communion. I can bury people. The only thing I did not do is married folks because, you know, that's legal off the state. But everything that needs to be done in a church, I know how to do it. My father taught me how to do it. And when he moved away and I got into another church, I kept on teaching. I taught Sunday school for years. You hear me? I was at the church every Sunday morning at 9:30 teaching Sunday school. Hi, Shanette. Okay? I was in the church. I know church people want to tell you, take your mind off a husband and seek God. Well, we've been seeking God, okay? Okay? You want to tell me all those sisters in the church have not been seeking God? 40 years in the church, 50 years in the church. Remember the 51-year-old virgin, been in the church her whole life. We've been seeking God. We've been serving in the church. We know how to do church. We know how to church. What we don't know how to do is how to date and make ourselves available to be found by our husband. Listen, tuck me in means being in a place where you are an addition to my life. I'm not getting it. Explain it again. We've been seeking God. I hate when people tell us that, especially them old folks that's been married since they're 19 and 20. You can't tell me nothing. Okay, you got married at 18. You shouldn't have been getting married at 18. I got married at 35, honey. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what it means to be single. I know what it means to want to have sex. I know what it means to be horny. I know what it means to be passed over because I had a kid and the guy didn't want a kid. Want a woman with a kid. He wanted a woman to start his own family. I know that. I know how to do everything in church. There's nothing you can ask me to do in the church that I don't know how to do. I can teach Bible study. I can preach. I can fast. I can't sing though. I can't sing. I'm not a singer. God should have made me a singer. But I can do everything in the church. I spent my whole life in the church. Every time the church was open, I was there. So what I'm telling you, ladies, is something that I have lived and I have experienced. Some people can write a book because of what they hear, but I lived it. I'm telling you what I lived. And if I didn't get up, I told you guys, I will remember like it was yesterday. I was laying on my futon. I had a 1-bedroom apartment. I gave Lexa the bedroom. I slept in the living room because I was working on something. When I met my husband, I was getting ready to buy a house. I was looking to buy a house, okay? I was laying on the futon and something like the Lord spoke. I was like, oh my God, I'm 34. I'm not married, no prospect. The Lord spoke to me. He said, get up and get out. Get up, get out. I jumped up, sat on my computer. Back then, my computer was like back there. Hi, Kenneth. And I start looking for events to go out, to make myself available, to reposition myself so that I can find, so somebody can find me. I started going out to events. I started going to restaurants. Don't be afraid to go to a restaurant and sit and eat by yourself. I went to the restaurants. I sat by myself and I ate. Okay? Some of the restaurants, they have it where you can sit like at the bar. You don't have to drink to watch the game. All the TVs or the guys are watching. Sit there and eat your food. You don't have to order drink. I went up into the upper class community. I went to the restaurants. I went to the brunches. I was a single mom child. I had no money. I was, I had to be careful with my money. But I went to the, how they have lunch specials. It's cheaper than the dinners. I sat and I ate and I looked pretty. And I found an event. I went to First Friday. It's called First Friday here. I want to touch on women in groups. Okay, Kevin, go ahead real quick. I'm getting to go. Okay, I went to this event and I met my husband. Okay, I met him. What if I didn't get up and go? What if I disobeyed the Lord? What if I went to church Friday night? What if I went to church on Friday night? I would probably still be single. So what I'm telling you is something I've lived. I know what I'm talking about. I've experienced it. Get up, go out, dress up. You don't have to buy expensive clothes. I never shop regular. I always shop clearance. When I go to Target or any of those stores, I go straight to the clearance section because I was tight on a budget. I was a single mom on a budget. Okay, dress up. Fix yourself up, ladies. Put a little toner on your skin. I know some of y'all don't believe in wearing makeup. You don't have to wear a lot of makeup. All I have on is some tinted moisturizer, a little bit of eyeshadow with the sparkles. That's all I have on. Beautify yourself. The Bible talks about beautifying yourself, okay? Not good thing women going out in groups create their own. Right. Don't go out in groups. Here is Kevin telling you. Sometimes he do speak a little wisdom. Sometimes. The lady told me, she said, stop going out with groups. Everybody's competing. Go out by yourself so that you can be found by yourself. Remember the woman at the well? She went out in midday. And who did she meet at the well? Jesus was there waiting for her. Or Jesus met her there. Okay. So sometimes you just have to step out on faith. My introvert girls, I think I have 2 girls on here. They're introverts. Danielle, awesome testimony. She stepped out on faith. She went to what did you go to again? What was it, Danielle? Tell me. But she had 5 numbers, right? She got 5 numbers, and I think she has a hot date tonight. Yeah, Danielle. What if she never went? She would have still sitting at home waiting.